Am I the asshole for telling my sister she can't date my ex-husband? Oh, stick around to the end to give us your opinion. Now let's dive into this story. My twin sister and I are both 24 and have been friends with one of our neighbors who's 23 since birth. Growing up, we did everything together. He and my sister had feelings for each other throughout our teenage years and dated for almost a year when we were 16. After they broke up, we all kept on being best friends. They never had hard feelings about their breakup. However, my sister did admit to me about 2 years later that she was still in love with him. For his 21st birthday, the three of us went out to celebrate. About halfway through the night, my sister decided to go home with this random guy, leaving me and him alone. We danced and drank and hung out for a few more hours, and all night there was this weird tension in the air. We ended up spending the night together. It was totally unexpected, but amazing. Like, suddenly I saw my friend in a totally new light. We felt kinda bad about it since he and my sister used to date, but we figured it had been a while since their breakup, so it shouldn't matter. That said, we decided to put off telling her about our new relationship until there was something to tell. We had a lust-crazed, wild month together before deciding we were totally in love. Then he asked me to marry him. It was impromptu, but also felt really right in the moment. We got married 3 days later without telling anyone, including my sister. We revealed that we'd gotten married a week later, which came as a shock to most people who knew us, since they didn't know we were together. I talked to my sister about it and she said congrats, though, honestly, she didn't seem that happy. Unfortunately, the marriage didn't last long. The crazy in love feeling faded quickly and we were separated within 2 months. We both realized that we'd made a mistake and that we weren't right for each other. Ultimately, I consider our brief relationship a funny blip in the story of my life. A moment of, what was I thinking? However, the three of us have all maintained our friendship since then, with our short marriage something of a joke between us. Last week, however, my sister called me. She said that she and he had been flirting for a few months now, and that they'd like to give a real relationship another shot. She said that she'd really always been at least a little in love with him, and that she hoped I would give her my blessing to pursue this. I said no. I think it's entirely inappropriate for her to even ask, honestly. That's my ex-husband. What kind of sister wants to date her sister's ex-husband? She said that I was being cruel and prioritizing a 3-month relationship over her feelings. Feelings which she claims she's held her whole life, though I think that's BS, or she would have said something when we got married. She says she'd have liked my blessing, but is going to date him with or without my support. Thoughts on this? Am I the asshole? Oh, this one should be interesting. Our first commenter says, I mean, you dated and married him, even though your sister had dated him. Our next commenter says, judgment pending. This is just a bizarre mess. This is why dating the ex of a sibling is a super bad idea. Your ex might be the biggest asshole out of the three of you, though. I would say he's fair game to either of you, but honestly, I think both of you should just move on from this dude. Our next commenter says, yes, you are the asshole because you married him after she dated him. Now it's wrong, vice versa? Can't you find another jerk out there? Our next commenter says, what kind of sister wants to date her sister's ex-husband? Wait, what kind of sister wants to date her sister's ex-boyfriend? You're the asshole. In most cases, it would be wrong of her to date your ex-husband, but since you guys have this messed up, blurred line relationship, she should probably do it. You should thank her for giving you the heads up you never gave her. Oh, our next commenter says, you're the asshole. You are horrible. She was still in love with him and you not only had sex with him, but you married him. She was still accepting even after your betrayal. He is gross. He's an asshole too. Also, I think you are trolling. Ooh, people are kind of vicious to this author. Let's find some more comments. Our next commenter says, I don't think that it's very respectful to you, however. You did almost the exact same thing to your sister in the past. You may have been married to him, but your sister and his first relationship was longer than your marriage, so this is incredibly hypocritical of you. Our next commenter says, yep, you're definitely the asshole. So let's get this straight. For some reason, it's perfectly fine for you to date and then marry on a whim the dude your sister's been hung up on for years. But after a 3-month relationship that ended in a mutual breakup, it's suddenly inappropriate for her to ask? Our next commenter says, seriously? This sounds like a plot from that old Sweet Valley High series. And our last commenter says, oh honey, you're the asshole. He hooked up with you because your sister was unavailable. Maybe you suspected all along that he really wanted to be with her and you're just saying no because you're embarrassed. Sure, it might be awkward for you at first, but it seems like he and your sister have had a connection since they were teenagers. Let your sister try to find happiness with him. Oh, well, I mean, that is a different take on it. Most commenters say both the girls should dump the guy. What's your opinion? Would you give your sister a chance with him? Would you say that this original poster is the asshole in this situation? Oh, I can't wait to read your comments, and believe me, we read every single one. Thanks for commenting, and hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and smash that notification icon so you never miss an upcoming episode. Until next time, my friends.